Aloha, everybody. Guess who? Okay, let me get the numbers out of the way so I don't forget to say it. Okay, last time I was here was Tuesday the 8th. So on Tuesday the 8th, I made a video. I was at 165, even. At that point, on Tuesday, I decided, you know what? During this fasting month, it just seems so stupid to make a video when I'm just going to get on here every day and say, here's how much I lost overnight. Here's my keto stick. I have the information recorded, but to actually go through the steps of making a video, I decided it wasn't worth it. This channel started out as like a video diary for me of my weight loss journey, and it had become something more, like if I had thousands of subscribers and thousands of views and thousands of people commenting and all that, of course I would at that point feel more obligated to keep posting. But since that's not the situation, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to once a week during this fasting month because there's nothing to talk about. Here's what I've lost. I'm still fasting. There's nothing to talk about. This is the protocol I'm doing. This is what I had for my refeed. There's really nothing. So for me, it's like, okay, I'm going to post once a week, give an update for the week. At least there'll be some content to talk about. And then, over that week, if anything happened or issues or, pitfalls or anything like that, then I can talk about it. So I figured once a week, Monday mornings, I can talk about what happened past week and where I'm at weight-wise. Okay, so this video, I swear to God, I'm going to try to keep it really, really short because I'm not feeling it. And you'll figure out why in a minute. But who's ready for story time? Oh God, I swear to God. I know I talk in other videos about, oh my God, I hope nothing happens to pull me off track, la la la. And why do I always say that? Maybe it's me saying that brings it into happening. So maybe I need to fucking stop that shit. Okay. Anyways, since I just decided to only post once a week, and again, I don't have that much activity on this channel, so there could be people that watch every single one of my videos. I know one that watches pretty much every one of my videos. There could be two. But again, the one person that I know watches pretty much all my videos is because she comments on pretty much every one of my videos. So if I'm, and she understands, she's a YouTuber. I mean, she makes YouTube videos too, so she knows, I'm sure she understands why I'm going to once a week. And then if there's silent viewers that watch all of them but they just never comment, okay, well I won't know about that. I don't really hang out in my analytics and all that stuff for this channel. I just don't. So I don't know. That's how I judge, because I don't know who's watching. I'm getting views, but I don't know who's watching. So if there's people watching and they watch all my videos and they look forward to my videos, I can't imagine that. And you're like, oh shit, she's going to once a week. I'm sorry. And it's probably just going to be for October. It's just because it's boring. I'm fasting. It is what it is. And so I think once a week is sufficient to say, hey, and give all the information for that week. If I refed, what did I refeed on and all that, as opposed to every day, because every day it's mostly just going to be, hey, I'm still fasting. Here's my weight. Here's my keto stick. Yeah. All right. So let me get the numbers out of the way so we can start the story time. Yay! Okay, so like I said, last time I made a video was October 8th. I was 165. That was a Tuesday. The next day on Wednesday, I was 164.4. And Thursday, I was 164.4 again. Friday, I was 162.8. Saturday, I was 162 even. And then Sunday, I was, 161.8. And today, on Monday, I'm back up to 165.8. Yeah. So, yesterday I woke up at 161.8 and this morning 165.8. 4 pounds difference. All right, here goes story time, y'all. Okay. So, as you can see, been fasting. Weight loss is decent, you know. I have no complaints. Everything is well. By Friday, I was already thinking, you know what? I think I'm going to break fast Sunday evening, have a refeed, and then have that as getting geared up for the rest of my monthly fast. So I decided to have a refeed Sunday. So then Saturday, I get up and, like I say, Saturday I woke up at 162 pounds and feeling fine, just feeling like I really needed a refeed. But I was like, okay, I feel fine. Today I'm just going to stay busy and look forward to my refeed on Sunday. So it was going to be a beautiful day. It's beautiful here in Florida now. And what I mean by that is it's not like the depths of hell, 97, 98 degrees, feels like 100 and whatever, all humid and shit. Humidity has come down. Temps in the middle of the day are, staying, in the low to mid 80s with low humidity. So to me, that's beautiful. Perfect pool weather, not for getting in the pool. I don't get in the pool anymore. But perfect for laying out and not getting burned to a crisp because it's hot as hell outside. So I was like, beautiful. And it was going to be that way the whole weekend. So I was like, that's what I'm doing all weekend to stay busy. I'm going to chill out at the pool. And Friday, I bought a new puzzle. So I was going to work on my puzzle and, just try to stay busy. So Saturday, I had an errand to run. I ran my errand. I came home, relaxed for an hour, got dressed. Around 11 o'clock, I head out to the pool. And like I say, it was beautiful. Usually it's hot as hell out there. And because it's hot as hell, I'm keeping track of how long I'm out there, staying hydrated and what have you. But because it was so beautiful out there, I wasn't burning to a crisp. I wasn't miserable like I usually am. Usually I'm like, okay, fuck it, it's too hot. I gotta go back in. But it was so beautiful, so it was just so enjoyable. So I was staying out there. And after I'd been out there a couple hours, I look at my Fitbit, it's 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh yeah, I better go in. But I didn't feel any certain way. I just was like, oh, it's been 2 hours. I think that's plenty. So gathered my stuff, started to my apartment, and I guess I got some heat exhaustion. And on top of that, because it wasn't that, how hot it normally is, I wasn't constantly thinking, oh God, it's so fucking hot, I need water, like I normally am, because it wasn't like that. So I wasn't really staying hydrated. So I had some heat exhaustion going on or whatever, and I started feeling a certain way, y'all. I made it to the elevator, feeling drained, started feeling dizzy, just leaned on the wall, waited for the elevator. That was my last mistake. I was feeling a certain way. I should have sat my ass down somewhere until it passed, but I didn't. I've had that feeling before, like especially in the middle of summer when it's super, super hot, if I might stay a little too longer than I should have. And, and I'll feel like, oh yeah, I stayed out too long, and I'll be a little dizzy or whatever. I think I've even talked about it in another video. But, I just feel a little woozy or whatever, and then I make it to my apartment into the air conditioning. I sit down, I relax, I cool off, and life goes on. Well, apparently that didn't work out for me this time, because that's all I could think of. Get to your apartment, get to your apartment, get to your apartment, instead of sit down, sit down, sit down. Stupid. So I made it to the elevator. Leaned on the wall till the elevator got there. Elevator got there. I got on the elevator. Once I got on the elevator, once it hit me, it just progressed really fast. Like I'm in the elevator, literally like halfway gone, and literally not knowing how I'm gonna make it off the elevator to my apartment, because that's how bad I felt. And I'm holding on. There's like hand railing all the way around the elevator that I'm hanging on to for dear life. And I don't know, somehow I made it off the elevator. I don't remember making it off the elevator, so I guess you can guess the rest of the story. Yeah, I don't remember making it off the elevator. I just remember waking up on the floor of the hallway, breezeway, whatever it's called in my apartment building, and woke up looking around thinking, what the fuck? Never had passed out before, therefore I was flipped out, because it's the weirdest. If you've ever passed out before, passed out, fainted, whatever you want to call it, it's the weirdest, oddest, awful feeling ever, to just be doing this, and next thing you know, you're waking up on the floor. It's a terrible, disorienting, what the fuck feeling ever. So, and because it had never happened to me before, it was 100 times worse, because I was like, what in the actual fuck? I'm looking around. When you first come to, your body ain't really functioning. So like, even though I came to, I woke up, I couldn't just stand up and go to my apartment. Like, your body's not really functioning. It took everything I had to make it function enough that there was some stairs right, like maybe 6 feet away from me, to try to get control of my body enough to crawl to those steps so that I could sit on them and get out of the middle of the thing. And that I did, as stupid as it sounds, like, I wasn't like, oh my God, I was freaking out, because I'm figuring out, oh fuck, I passed out. But was I thinking about that? Was I thinking about my health? No. I'm thinking, let me get off the floor. This is embarrassing. I don't want somebody to find me. So I crawl to the steps and I sit on them, kind of, bent over with my head hanging. When I tell this, think of the story now, it's a little funny. It's not funny. The story ain't funny. It ain't funny. It could have went a different way, totally. But when I think about it now, because like once I make it to the stairs and I'm sitting on the stairs, I'm trying to gather myself. I look over where I fell, where I passed out. One of my flip-flops is over there. My pool bag, my beach bag, pool bag, whatever you want to call it, is still over there. I can't function to go get them. So I'm just sitting on the stairs trying to gather myself, trying to get my wits back about me so I can get to my apartment. As I'm sitting there, the UPS man comes up, running up the steps to deliver a package to somebody who turned out to be me. And he sees me sitting on the steps and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I don't even know if I answered him or not. But, I'm thinking, okay, there's UPS, not UPS man, y'all. Amazon guy. And I know he sees my flip-flop way over there with my beach bag. I know he's thinking, what the fuck? Yes. I'm on death's doorstep, and these are the things I'm thinking of. Told you guys I'm cuckoo. So anyway, I have no idea how long I was out. I have no idea how long I sat on those stairs. But I got to those stairs and sat down on them. And I'm thinking I was only sitting on them, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes before the Amazon kid came running up the stairs, so he would have found me. And I would have been embarrassed. But anyways, yeah. So I sit there as long as it takes me to get my wits about me. I'm nauseous. I'm gagging. Not gagging. That's not the right word. What do you call it? Like, nothing's coming up. Because I've been fasting. There's nothing to come up. So once I get my wits about me, y'all, I get up. I get my other flip-flop. I get my beach bag. I make it to my apartment. Now, mind you, I don't remember none of this. I start remembering, like, I don't remember opening my, unlocking my front door, coming in. I do kind of remember coming in the apartment because I remember my Amazon package being on the ground next to my door, and I didn't want to bend over and pick it up. So I just kicked it inside the apartment. I threw everything I had in my hands on the ground. Went to the bedroom. Why I felt the need. You'd think I would have just went and plopped on the couch or something. No! I went to my bedroom, took off my bathing suit, put on, I didn't put clothes on technically. I put on underwear and a big old t-shirt because I'm thinking, get in my recliner. I ain't moving from that fucker all day. I was flipping out, y'all. So I changed my clothes, got in my comfy clothes. I called my friend she used to be a CNA in her previous life, as that was her employment. And I was supposed to make her, she bought a bunch of shit for me to make her a fall wreath for her door, and she was supposed to come help me do it. So I called her and told her, didn't get a hold of her. So I left her a message, hey, when you're able, can you come up here? So I just got in my recliner and just basically sat there thinking, what in the fuck? I was still like dazed and like in shock or something. And she came up and I told her what happened, and I was in shock. I was like flipped out. I didn't want to be alone. I didn't know, what to do. Should I call the doctor? Should we go to emergency room? Because obviously when I passed out, and I didn't realize it, like after she was here a little bit and I'm telling her the story and everything, I guess maybe my body's calming down or whatever, I don't know, but immediately I start feeling in pain. And I'm like, oh, my head hurts. And I go like this. Big old egg on the back of my head, y'all. I shouldn't even say egg. I know growing up that's what we used to call it. Oh, he got hit in the head. He's got a big old egg on his head. This wasn't the size of no egg. It was, in circumference, it was much bigger. I don't even want to give a size. Probably like that. And at the time, it was poofed out pretty good. She looked at it. She's like, oh yeah, that's a big one. Yeah. And it was, now as my body's, I guess, calming down or whatever, now that's hurting. I'm like, shit, and it was freaking me out how big it was. So now I'm really flipping out, and I'm like asking her, like, what should I do? Play it by ear, wait and see, call the doctor, go to, urgent care, go to emergency, what should I do? And she's just one of those, I've talked about her before. She's older than me. She's like, I'm 60. She's like 77, something like that. But a very young 77. So she was like, you better just play it safe. Let's just go to urgent care. Let them have a look, la, la, la. I don't get paid till Wednesday, y'all. So I'm like, I don't know. I have to find out how much that's going to cost me. I don't have money for that. We might have to go to the emergency room. Because I don't got money for that. So I text another friend that I have here, and I know she's been to that urgent care and has the same insurance I do. So I was like, okay, let me text her, see how much it is to go there. And it wasn't bad. It was only like $15 and stuff. But she suggested with our insurance, she's like, if I was you, I would just call doctor's office, that one of the doctors will be on standby, whatever you call it. You know what I'm talking about. And she says, and they'll tell you, yes, go ahead and go or whatnot. So I did that. Doctor called me, asked me a billion questions. It wasn't my doctor. There's 3 or 4 doctors in my doctor's group, and I guess she wasn't on standby that weekend. I know my brain right now is telling me it's not called standby. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So it was one of the other doctors, Dr. Gonzalez. And so he asked me all those questions, and then, million questions. And then he's like, okay, I really don't think you need to go anywhere. Just chill out, take it easy, relax. You're not having a headache. You're not throwing up. If you had a concussion, you would have a major headache right now, and you would be throwing up left and right. So I was like, okay. So my friend was here. She's like, I'm just going to hang out here, hang out with you, and we'll watch movies and whatnot. And so that's what we did. A couple hours later, he called me back. The doctor called me back, which I thought was so nice. Checking on me. How do you feel? How's everything? And I was feeling fine. So he's like, okay, just, keep doing what you're doing. Keep hydrating, yada, yada. So I did. So everything was fine. My friend stayed with me probably 4 hours, and then I told her, I was like, go home, you need to go eat, I'm fine. I'm just going to stay in this recliner, keep watching TV. You go home and eat, and I'll call you if I need you. She did. I was pretty sleepy and stuff, so I just hung out in the recliner. was kind of like dozing off and on, and went to bed early, got into bed. I was so tired. My head, my, my head was killing me, but not as in a headache, as in the thing back here. So like, of course I had to learn either lay on one side or the other, because laying on the back of my head was not, and I had been putting ice on it and stuff per that doctor and what have you. Went to bed, slept pretty good. I wonder why. Slept pretty good, got up Sunday, and felt okay. I felt a little Took my dog out. I knew I was going to refeed that day, so I was looking forward to, I just wanted meat. I wanted meat. So I was looking forward to that. Took my dog out, just didn't feel, myself. And so I'm like, yeah. Only energetic thing I'm doing today on Sunday is my normal thing, which is cleaning the apartment. So after I took my dog out, I chilled out, caught my breath over there in my chair. And then after a couple hours, I was like, okay, let me get this apartment clean. And that way I can just be a lazy bum all day. So I did that, got my apartment clean, took a nice hot shower, got cleaned up. And man, the rest of the day I was either sleeping in my recliner or sleeping on the couch. I mean, I was sleeping a lot. I slept so much because normally, guys know I like to, if I'm refeeding, I like to refeed around 4 p.m. or whatever. I didn't even refeed until 7 p.m. And I made like this giant, it was a giant burger patty. I made a giant burger patty. Put a few big fat slices of tomato on it, some slices of onion, and that was my refeed. And I had orange juice. I wanted orange juice so bad. I was like, I'm getting orange juice. I'm drinking me some orange juice. Why I was craving orange juice? I don't know. I very rarely like to drink acidic, orange juice, lemonade, anything with acid in it, because it always tends to bother my belly. But I wanted orange juice for some reason. So listened to my body, had orange juice, that big old burger. It was so good. I ate most of it. I didn't eat every bite of it because it was big, y'all. Because I bought a pound of ground chuck, in a tube. And I probably cooked 3/4 of it. I didn't cook the whole package. I just cooked like 3/4 of it. Or maybe even half of it. No, about 3/4. The reason I'm saying it like that is because I weighed the burger when it was done cooking, because I wanted to kind of weigh the food that was going in my belly, because that way when I got on a scale this morning, I knew it was going to be up. I wanted to be able to say, okay, well, I ate a pound of food and I drank this and la 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 la. So I weighed all my food, and hamburger, tomato, onions, it weighed out to almost 13 ounces. I think the burger was just 8 ounces, so I ate like half of that tube. I put the other in the fridge. So with the hamburger, those tomatoes and the onions, it came out to like 12 ounces, almost 13 ounces. Okay. Ate most of it, I should say, and felt good, didn't get sick, everything is great, still tired. So went to bed early again, slept pretty good again. So of course, going to bed, I'm thinking, oh please Lord, let me wake up and be feeling at least 90% normal so that I can get up, do my walk, and at least get my walk done. And so I woke up, wasn't sure how I felt. So I did my normal routine, got up, got ready for my walk, took my dog out. After I took my dog out, I was kind of like, I don't know if this is going to work out today. Because, yeah, by that time I'm wide awake and I'm still not feeling myself. I just feel off. I feel weird. Just not normal. So I bring my dog back and I'm like, okay, best I can do is at least go down, try, and then the split second I feel like, no, this ain't working, I'm going to be responsible this time and come back up to my apartment. So that's what I did, y'all. I went ahead and started the walk. I only made it like a mile. Mind you, I walk 5 miles every morning. For any of you that are new, I walk 5 miles every morning. I only made it a mile. And like a quarter of that mile, I was like, oh, shit. This ain't gonna work. I just felt too out of it, too fuzzy, too like not really balanced, like, yeah, I felt too off. I didn't want to fuck up 2 days, well, I guess Saturday I made a shitty decision and I didn't want to make another shitty decision today. So I did the responsible thing, walked a mile, came back to the apartment, got comfy, and sat down, started watching TV, phone rings. Now mind you, I've promised a neighbor I'm going to take him to his doctor's appointment at 10:30. So about 9:45, I get a call. It's my doctor's office. And they're like, oh yeah, we heard you had a little incident this weekend. We'd like you to come in so we could check you out. So I was so relieved to hear that. I was so happy. And she's like, can you come today? I'm like, yeah, I can come today. I said, in fact, I'm coming that way in a little bit. So, because I'm bringing my neighbor to the doctor, he'll be there at 10:30. She said, well, can you make your appointment at 11? I said, yes, absolutely. I was so happy, so relieved. I just wanted a doctor to tell me I was fine. Things were going to be fine. And so, yeah. So I went to my doctor. I was happy. She checked me out. She thinks everything's fine. But just to play it safe, and she knows I'm kind of freaking out a little bit because it's never happened. So I'm feeling this certain way, and it's freaking me out. And she said, so just for my peace of mind, she feels I'm going to be fine, but she knows I'm feeling uneasy. So for my peace of mind, she's going to go ahead and send me to get a CT scan on my brain to make sure my brain is good. My brain was never good, but I hope I didn't mess it up more. Yeah, so they're going to do a CT. I do that today at 4 p.m. Yeah. So it's 1:30 now. So 4 p.m. I go do that CT scan, and then should be good. I'll be happy to get that back, because once I see that and I see everything's good, my brain's intact and everything's good to go, I can let go of the anxiety, because I know the anxiety ain't going to help me feel better. The anxiety is going to just make me feel worse. So once I can let go of that anxiety, I can start feeling better. And she said, anytime you get a big old clunk on the head like that, it takes some time to get your wits back, if you will. That's why I'm feeling kind of, ooh. So she said, as far as my workout, because of course that is a concern for me, she said to kind of just do what I did this morning. You know, instead of just saying fuck it and not going. She didn't say it that way, y'all. But she said instead of just not doing it, she said just go walk anyway, but don't do it the way I normally do it. You know, I'm on a mission, I'm trying to lose weight, balls to the wall. No, she said just go out, do it, but don't do it all, all out like I normally do. She said just go out, do like you did this morning. Whenever your body says you're done, be done. No matter how far it is, just take it easy she said till next week, to just do it that way. And then however far I can get before my body says you're done, that's how far I get. I'm okay with that. And I hope it doesn't take till next week. Y'all know me. And the funny thing is another decision I made before I did that stupid shit was that I was going to go ahead and start back to the gym today. I don't know why. I just wanted to. I mean, I can see at this point I'm not going to make any goal by the end of October at this point. And I knew that before this shit happened. Like, the weight's coming off slow, and I wasn't going to make the goal for hitting 130 pounds. But, so I had changed the goal in my head to be not 130, but let's see how low I can get by the end of October. That was the new goal. Now, I don't know, y'all. The fact that I can't do my 5-mile walk every morning really shouldn't be a deterrent for me. Although it does help. I'm not gonna lie, that walk is not the deciding factor on my weight loss, but it does help. No doubt about it. But what I have to do is just stay the course as far as what I do and do not put in my mouth. The fasting side of it, and yeah, everything should be okay. And then we'll still see how low I can get, even with this bullshit happening. Always some shit with me, y'all. I swear to God. But anyways, so that's my game plan, and I'm already at 37 minutes, so I'm going to end this video. But one more thing I will say that flipped me out at the doctor's office, y'all. She was very happy because from the time that she last saw me, which was sometime in August, she said it's not been quite 2 months since I saw her last. I've lost in that time frame 13 pounds. So she, to see me losing all this weight, of course as a doctor she's extremely happy, but being a doctor she's kind of keeping her eye on it because she don't want to see me losing it too fast, which I'm fasting. I'm gonna lose it fairly fast, but at this point, like I say, to me it's going pretty slow. I mean, to her, a pound a day, to me that's slow. To her, that that ain't slow. I mean, if I get down to 130 by the end of October, she would have a cow. Because she told me, she said, okay, she said, yeah, that's a good weight, how much you've lost is not, I think it's good. I don't think it's too fast, or she said, I think that you're right on. She said, and I agree, because I've not been losing too fast. So it does kind of look good on her side, that, oh yeah, that's not too fast. So that worked out good. But she also said, somehow it came up, that I'm trying to get down to 130, and she literally laughed at me, y'all. It's so weird to go from being somebody who all the doctors glared at me and were telling me that I was fat and needed to lose weight, and that's why my health was the way it was, because I was fat. You need to lose weight, you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight. to now somebody that the doctor's looking at me laughing going, no, 130, you want to be 130? She said, that's not an appropriate weight for someone your height and your age. She's like, where'd you get that amount from? I said, the chart. She said, what chart? I said, the chart that all the higher B's and the doctors and everybody, that ideal weight chart thing. I think I can put all my information in on any internet calculator thing, and it always gives me, like, for my height and age, that I should be weighing, I think it's like from 115 to 133, something like that, okay? She's like, well, on her scale today, I weighed in at 167. She said, well, you weighed in at 167 today, and that puts you at 27% body fat. She said, normal body fat for someone your height and age is 25%. She said, so I think if you lose 10 or 15 more pounds, so in other words, no lower than 150, you should be right where you need to be. She said, I look at you right now and I don't see a fat person. She said, but, you know, BMI wise, I think 10 or 15 more pounds, you'll be perfect. I'm like, okay. So now I go from the fat person to the person that the doctor's saying you don't need to lose. So weird. I'm like, okay. So I come home and I look at the chart and see what it was, because I couldn't remember it off the top of my head. And yeah, she's right. At 25% body fat, I would be normal. High end of normal. That's the highest. Once you go past 25% body fat, you're obese. So why would I want to be at the high end? Wouldn't I want to be like in the middle somewhere? Even if I got down to the 130, according to all the little calculator things, 130 pounds will still put me at 21% body fat. So it's not like I'm trying to get down to 15 or nothing. Will I go to 150? Which is funny, because my original, when I first started deciding to lose weight, that was my original goal weight, was 150, that I felt I needed to be at and all that. And then after conversation with Cole, he changed it to 130. I was like, okay, no problem. And so now, because I've had the 130 in my head for all these months and months and months and months and months and months, of course, I've put that in my brain, and now I don't want to give it up, because it's like a goal. So I feel like if I say, okay, well, she thinks 150, I'm just going to do 150, I feel like I'm wimping out. You know what I'm saying? God. Will I just go to the 150? You know, if I'm being honest right now, the way I feel right now, I'll probably tell you no. I'll probably go to the 130. I see her for a follow-up next week, but then I don't see her again till March of next year. So I can get the 130, see how I look and feel and whatnot. And if I feel amazing, then I'm going to stay there. And then when I see her in March, she's just going to have to deal with it. But, you know, because another thing she said, well, I think if you could possibly get down to 130, she said, if you do, she said you do, but she says, I don't want you to get that low in weight, too low body fat, and she said, at your age, that's the problem. At your age, you need more body fat, and I don't want you to get so low that you start affecting your bone density and all that. And she says, and I don't want you to become malnourished in any way because of your age. And she said, plus, if you get that low, she said, you might look, she said, you might look a whole lot older, because your skin's going to show, start hanging, and wrinkle up and whatever because you got no fat under there to plump it up. She said, you might start looking older, with all wrinkled up and shit. And I will say in the past 3 or 4 months, I have noticed, like right here, those old people lines around your lips. And they're, people that have smoked for years and years and years, they got them really bad. But I don't smoke. So now it's just old age, I'm starting to get those lines around here. And again, the weight loss, because I that's where I see the weight loss most is in my face with these sucked in cheeks. So that is a possibility, but my point being, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with me getting to the 130. And if I'm like, damn girl, you look like an old wicked witch or something, then, and I don't like the way I feel or look, and there's too many wrinkles and no fat, so it's just all wrinkly and hangy, of course I'm going to be like, all right, well, I'm going to start putting weight back on until everything starts looking okay. Easy peasy. We all know I can put on weight, right? So I don't think there's anything wrong with me getting there, and that was the game plan with Cole, was to get there. Now, whether I stayed there or not was a different story. It was to test my discipline to see if I could get there, and then at that point, once I'm there, see what I want to do. Do I like what I see? Do I like how I feel? And then make an adjustment at that point. So, yeah, as I sit here right now, I still want to do that. So, I know me, I'm stubborn that way, so I may still do that. But if I get to 130 and I don't like what I see in the mirror, or like how I feel or whatever, it's like there's it's not like it's a no return situation, I can just put on some weight, put some weight back on until everything starts looking right. Wow, y'all, I'm at 47 minutes. But haven't been here in a few days, so that makes sense. And we needed a little story time, so that's my story time. I fucked up. I take full responsibility for all of that. Staying in the sun too long and not hydrating. Fucking myself up. And then being a dumbass and not sitting down when I started feeling dizzy. Had I just sat my ass down, this part would not have happened. So, just pure stupidness on Saturday, y'all. So anyways, that's my story time. I'm out of here. Unless something happens, I'll do my CT today. Will I make a video tomorrow? Unless we see something on that CT scan, there's no sense in me making a video. So, I guess what they say, if y'all don't hear from me, all is well. But if they see something on the CT scan, I'll share it with you guys tomorrow in a really quick, short video. So, if you don't hear from me, all is well. And you will see me on next Monday. Alright, you guys. I'm sorry this was so long. Nobody's going to make it to the end of this video. Okay. But again, it's also for me. So that if I ever want to look back on what a fucking idiot I was, I can watch this video and remind myself. And yesterday, on top of eating all that food, I drank one of these yesterday, y'all. Trying to hydrate. This is what was in the Amazon package the Amazon guy brought. So as I'm trying to get in my front door, this was by the front door, and so when I opened my front door, I just kicked this inside the apartment just so I could get in the apartment. But I drank a whole one of these yesterday, and as you can see, I'm going to work on this one today. Yeah. Try to get hydrated, try to get my shit together, because I don't want to be out of it and feeling weird and all that for days and days. I just don't want to. I want to be feeling normal and get back to my walking and the gym and all that shit. Hope this shit goes down real quick. All right, you guys. I'm done talking. I'm so sorry. I love you guys. Thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for being patient with the fact that I'm not doing them every day. Yeah. But after October, I'm probably go back to doing it every day. Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm out of here. This video is going to take, what, 2, maybe 3 days to render? I love you guys. I will talk to you Monday. Keep fasting, stay strong, hang tough, and see you in a week. Mahalo. Pray for me. Pray for my little boo-boo. Bye.